Launched in 1948, the Organization of American States is considered the primary regional platform for high-level policy discussions and decision-making on the strategic affairs for the Western Hemisphere. But it's only since 1994 that leaders have convened at the international conference known as the Summit of the Americas, holding that first session in Miami at the invitation of then U.S. President Bill Clinton. The OAS has convened 8 summits across the hemisphere since then, and next week it's back in the United States, this time in Los Angeles for number 9. But days before its launch, the invite list was still not finalized.
We're still working through some of the invites. We just don't have a final list. And we have said once we have a final list, we'll share that.
That's because a decision by the U.S. to exclude Cuba, Venezuela and Nicaragua prompted a regional backlash, with countries like Mexico, Bolivia and others threatening to shun the event. Despite the evident divisions within the organization, the U.S. administration insists the platform is of key importance for regional security.
He views the summit as an important opportunity for leaders and key stakeholders to come together to address the core challenges facing the people of the hemisphere. No other part of the world impacts the security and prosperity of the United States more directly than the Western Hemisphere.
But the participation issue casts doubt over prospects for achieving real results on security concerns that affect the region as a whole, including the U.S. priority of addressing the record number of migrants and asylum seekers encountered at its border with Mexico. Another fundamental goal for the summit is to promote trade and private sector engagement. But this year's gathering comes at a time when the regional economy has been battered by the COVID-19 pandemic. With only 8.4% of the global population, Latin America and the Caribbean have been the world's most vulnerable region to the coronavirus pandemic, accounting for 32% of the fatalities worldwide. And the ongoing crisis with Ukraine and Russia has not only exacerbated global economic uncertainties, but it's also highlighted the regional divisions. The United States has been pushing for the isolation of Russia by the international community. Cuba, Venezuela and Nicaragua, excluded from the summit, are allies of Russia and consider Moscow a fundamental partner to help them circumvent sanctions they also face from the United States. This year's summit could be a testament of these ideological differences, threatening the unity of this platform. Ediz, Tiyansan, CGTN, Los Angeles.